Hello YouTubers, this is cessnaace back again with another video. I thought what I would do this time around is to do a video covering the games that I am giving away, the Steam games that I'm giving away at Patreon/cessnaace. Now to be clear, there are no drawings involved and I have no tiers on my account. So anyone who pledges $1 a month or more has access to all of my posts, and at least 3 times per week I do a post where I list every game that I purchased digitally and also provide a list of all the games that I'm giving away. Beside the title of each game, I give the Steam key, or post the Steam key. It's real easy to activate a game on Steam once you have the Steam key. One, you can go down to the lower left-hand corner of the page where it says add a game. Left click on that and you select the second option, which is activate a product on Steam. The other way is to go up to the top where it says games. The second choice listed is activate a product on Steam, and there you go. Now you can either just add it to your account, or you can add it and install it to your computer. Now, according to my page, 42 of my friends on Steam have played this previously. So, well, I know a lot of pinball fans on Steam. This is in a category I made for my games library called Pinball. I have 38 games in there. Dream Pinball 3D is a game that I have purchased more than once because when I originally purchased it, it was not offered by Steam because of its age. So I purchased it through GOG Galaxy because they offer a lot of the older games that Steam does not. In fact, they recently started carrying older Konami games that Steam does not. Alright, anyway, I purchased Dream Pinball 3D from GOG, and then Steam offered it a couple of years later, but they eventually offered it, and I purchased it that way. The way I got the duplicate Steam key is I purchase a minimum of a bundle a day from various sites, although it generally averages out to 2 bundles a day. Daily Indie Game releases a DIG weekly bundle every day. Generally, this consists of 9 Steam games, although sometimes only 6, and sometimes instead of games, it's DLC packs. I don't buy those, but all of the bundles that contain games I purchase, and also buy individual games from them, and I do likewise with Fanatical and Humble Bundle and Indigala. Those are all legit sites. Now I know there are other sites out there, but I'm not familiar with them, so I'm not using them currently. Okay, I'm going to go to the store page. This game has multiple tables, and while there are quite a few negative reviews for this game, I really like it. So there you go. And I thought I clicked on store page. Okay, there we go. watch the whole thing. Now I'm also offering, see, I also have other categories. Indie Gala games, where I currently have 49 in there. I am current with that. That is, all the games I have bought through Indie Gala I have added to my Steam account. I can't say that for Daily Indie Game because I have purchased so many. I'm close to 800 games purchased through DIG. And then I have Indie Gala free games. I have 2 in there. They are Hell No and Soulless Stunts. Hell No is like a cheap man's version of Scramble, except you use the mouse, and I could not get the hang of it. Okay, it's currently not installed because I need more hard drive space. But this is another game I'm giving away. Shenmue 1 and 2. Classic Sega game. So I also have a hentai games section, 18 games there. Games gifted to me. American Truck Simulator, Assetto Corsa, Carmageddon TDR 2000. That was a game that was given to me by one of my Patreon supporters. Defense Grid, The Awakening, Pickle Knights, and Sonic Generations. By far the largest category, apart from uncategorized, is Daily Indie Games. Or I think I made it DIG Games. 235. But as I mentioned, according to Daily Indie Game, I have purchased close to 800 games from them. I'm just way behind on adding the Steam keys to my account. And then there are favorites. Now, one of the games I'm giving away is in my favorites section, Apple Pop. If you're not familiar with Apple Pop, but are familiar with Peggle, then you'll be able to play this game because this game is a lot like Peggle. I know Peggle is in my favorites. Peggle Deluxe. Now, I don't recall if that was one of the games given to me by one of my friends on Steam, but I know Pickle Knights was. I should have put that in the section for games gifted to me, but it's one of my favorites, so there you go. I'm not giving away a copy of this game, but it's a really good, I think, vehicular combat game, Battle Riders. I really like that game. I've played it for 13.6 hours. And let's see here. Okay, I am giving away a copy of this game, Bloons TD 5. I'm a big fan of the Bloons games. I also have Bloons TD 6. And I believe these two are free, but I purchased all the DLC for them, so I did spend money on them. Bloons Monkey City and Bloons Adventure Time TD. The TD, by the way, stands for Tower Defense. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but when I launched Steam, it had an update ready to go for the Pinball Arcade. I have not seen an update for the Pinball Arcade for a long time. Okay, now, Alien Cat. I started buying games in that series. I have Alien Cat, Alien Cat 2, Alien Cat 3, Alien Cat 5, Alien Cat 6, Alien Cat 7, and I have Alien Cat 8 wishlisted. I cannot find Alien Cat 4 for sale anywhere. That's 5. I haven't installed it yet, but Alien Cat 3 is one I purchased recently on Steam, and then wouldn't you know it, it was added to a bundle offered by Daily Indie Game. So I have a duplicate key of Alien Cat 3. Okay, I'm sure I am going to miss some here. Wait a minute. Just happened to think. Dangerous pastime, I know. Ball Fall. If you are familiar with the Atari 2600 homebrew game, The Fall Guy, or Fall Guy, I think it's simply known as, this game plays just like it. The ball comes down and it lands on various platforms which move, and you try to get as far as you can get without plummeting to your doom. Okay, I'm giving away a copy of that. Now, I'm not going to play that game. It was just in a bundle. Okay. Okay, this is one of the games I'm giving away. This is a classic Bitmap Brothers game, Speedball 2. This is Speedball 2 HD. So I'm giving away a copy of that. Okay. Go past hentai games. Now, one of the sites, I think it was Indigala, offered for free a game called Harry Potter RPG, and I downloaded it, but I can't find it on their site anymore. I think it's because there is a Harry Potter RPG game coming out for like the PlayStation 4 or the new PlayStation 5, one of the two. So that might explain that. All these pinball games. I believe I was giving away a copy of Babylon 2055 pinball. I don't remember. Really good game. Must be of age. All these VR games, and we don't have a VR setup. Okay, Alien Cat 3, there it is. I just hadn't moved it after it downloaded. I didn't move it to, I didn't move it to DIG Games because I also purchased it on Steam. So there you go. But I have the first game, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Audition Online. What is it with that game? I don't play that game. Somebody in our household does. But it seems like every time I launch Steam, they have an update. So I might as well do that while I'm here. Isn't this fun? Now this is, I don't generally play hentai style games, but this series I really like. It's a shoot 'em up. And the thing is, they're really inexpensive when they come out. But then again, they don't take long to finish either. Okay, that's a game I added. I purchased from God Galaxy. Serious Sam: The First Encounter. That's how it added it to my Steam account. Another game that needs updating. I'm keeping an eye open because there's a lot of games I'm giving away. Okay, I'm giving away a Leisure Suit Larry bundle, which includes 7 games. The first game, the second game, the third game, there is no part 4, the 5th game, the 6th game, the 7th game, and that one. And there is a new Leisure Suit Larry game coming out in October of this year called Leisure Suit Larry: Wet Dreams Dry Twice. So obviously, since that game's not out, it's not part of that bundle. This title reminds me of Choo Choo Rocket. Pew Pew Rocket. If I'm giving away 18 or more games, how come I can't find most of them in my list? Space Channel 5. Oh, this is another excellent game. Sterndon. It's a shooter. And update it since it needs one. Okay, here's the game I'm giving away, a duplicate Steam key for. This is an interactive mystery adventure game, and it has branching paths. The decisions that you make determines where the next fork in the road, shall we say, appears, or the choices that you have to make. This is a game I gave to Crow. Trump versus Rocket Man, mainly because it's a turn-based RPG or turn-based battle game, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to play it. And I was hoping that he could tell me. This is a series I see all the time in bundles everywhere, which is why I have it, but I don't have duplicate Steam keys for it. It's dirt cheap series if you want to get it. Now, I don't remember when I bought Wonder Boy Returns, but I recently got Wonder Boy the Dragon's Trap from Indie Gala, I think. Of course, I have all the XCOM games, or most of the classic ones. XCOM UFO Defense, Terror from the Deep, Apocalypse, Interceptor, XCOM Enforcer. This, I did a video on this one, didn't I? I'm not giving away a copy of it, but it plays like a 3-match game, like mine escapes me. Oh, here's another one. Swipe Fruit Smash. So you most probably know what I'm talking about. Star Trek Adversaries. I only played that for 26 minutes. I didn't really get into it. not all that good with rhythm games, but this is a classic. This is part 2 of Space Channel 5. Anyway, I'm giving away, as I said, about 18 games currently. Oh, just remember the name of one of them. If it's probably not in the, well, it is. Angry Bunny. I'm giving away a copy of that. One of my Patreon supporters did claim a similarly titled game called Angry Golf. I have 648 games in the uncategorized section, which explains why I can't find anything. I have a solitaire section because my wife loves solitaire games, but then she doesn't play them on Steam, so go figure. She plays them on Facebook Games. That's an interesting pinball game, and it's really cheap, especially if you go through sites such as Daily Indie Game. You can find it for next to nothing. It's another good one, Demon's Tilt. Oh, well, I'm thinking about it. Zaccaria Pinball. They just released a new table. I could either launch it for VR standing or VR seated, but as I stated, we don't have VR. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll list all the games that I am offering for free on at Patreon/cessnaace in the description box down below, because I'm not remembering a lot of them. But you have to admit, getting say Shenmue 1 and 2 and or Speedball 2 for just the price of a Patreon support of $1. It's a pretty good deal. I just remembered, probably shouldn't have launched it, because it's probably going to need to launch on the left monitor, and that's the monitor I am shooting. Well, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to click on it once it comes up, I don't think. I have my capture software on the right monitor. Anyway, my daughter, our youngest daughter, probably is the one responsible for that game being on there. Yes, we have 69 favorites. I love the okay, can't get it to scroll up. Oh well, that did a lot of good. Anyway, Luxor Quest for the Afterlife. I love the Luxor games. They're really good. I'm hoping something will jump out at me, but there's so many games. Got both of these from Daily Indie Game. I think they might be rhythm games, I'm not sure. These were all part of bundles. Anyway, I'll cover one more thing before you go. Just briefly touch upon the pinball games that I do have. Okay. 3D Pinball Hentai. Not installed. I don't like it. Babylon 2055 Pinball. I like it. Balls of Steel. I like this one too. Demon's Tilt. Love it. Dream Pinball 3D. Like it. Fantastic Pinball Thrills. Hate it. And I've put 2.3 hours into playing it. Hard Rock Pinball. Now the developer of this game has been putting a lot of effort into improving upon it. Hot Pinball Thrills. Hate it. It's from the same developer as Fantastic Pinball Thrills. It's not coming up. Human Pinball Iceage. Hey, this is one of the ones I'm giving away. A duplicate copy of, I'm sure of it. Hyperspace Pinball. Walsby's Pinball Collection. There are, if I remember correctly, 8 tables that are part of this game. They were released one at a time as DLC. Omanga Pinball Adventures. Pinball 2018. Pinball Arcade. I'm thinking they need to do more with this game because they haven't been adding anything to it as far as tables. since they lost the Williams license. Now, they still have the Gottlieb license and the Stern license, as far as I know. So there's plenty to choose from. They could still offer more tables. So why aren't they? I think they spend more time on Twitch than they do making games. Pinball Deluxe Reloaded. Pinball FX2. There are some tables that are still... Well, let me rephrase that. There are tables that were released for Pinball FX2 that did not carry over to Pinball FX3 because they lost the license. So that's why I still have Pinball FX2 loaded. Plus, the interface and everything with the two games is different. But this contains two tables based on South Park that FX3 does not have. It has a table based on Zombies versus Plants, or Plants versus Zombies, whatever it is. And the 8 tables of Super League football, that would be soccer. There are others too that are escaping me, but Explosion Man. I really like Explosion Man. Pinball FX3, Zen Studios. Of course, they now have the Williams Bally Midway license that Farsight lost. Pinball HD Collection. Pinball Lockdown. I haven't cared for that one so far. Pinball Parlor. Pinball Universe. Haven't cared for that one either. Pinball Wicked. That's alright. Pin-Up Pinball. Now, I can't show more than this of this game because the longer you play on a table... Oh, Crow has this one. The longer you play on this table, you begin to... Well, the women become less and less clothed. And there are some modes where the table tips upside down. Which throws me off every time. Pro Pinball Ultra. Quantic Pinball, from the same developer and publisher as Babylon 2055 Pinball. Developer being Shine Research and the publisher being Plug-in Digital. Retro Pinball. Love that one. Scully Pinball. Slam It Pinball. Big Score. Snowball. There are, well, there's one table, but 2 modes. There's day mode and there's night mode, and I think the scoring is differently. Anyway, there are 2 separate leaderboards, one for the day mode and one for the night mode. Okay, Soccer Pinball Thrills, from the same people who brought us Fantasy Pinball Thrills and other atrocious pinball games. Stern Pinball Arcade. Of course, I've mentioned before how much I like Super Steampunk Pinball 2D. Worms Pinball. Haven't played this one yet, although somebody told me it was a combination of an adventure RPG and a pinball game. Of course, I love me some Zachariah Pinball that doesn't want to come up. There we go. 295.6 hours I've played that. Okay, I'm trying to click on the last one there. which is zombie pinball. Now, zombie pinball was also developed by Shine Research and published by Plug-in Digital. Now, zombie pinball plays differently than the other two in that you get multiple tables and you play them separately, individually. You can achieve a high score for each table. Whereas the other two, Quantic Pinball and Babylon 2055 Pinball, you have 6 or 7 tables, but they're considered levels. So once you achieve all the goals on one table, you move on to the second table, and then the third table, and then the fourth table, and on and on and on. And then there's a special level table for both this and also Quantic Pinball. Okay, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, stay awesome, and I'm going to try to do more videos more often.